6 o'clock. Mr. Muffin here, MrMuffin'sTrains, Atlanta, Indiana. How are you? Hope you're well. Getting into Turkey Week. I hope you go get the biggest turkey you can get and put it in your shopping cart and drive it around the grocery store so everybody can see it and they'll be envious. That's what we call turkey envy. See a big ass turkey in the cart and they know you're going to cook that up for a whole bunch of people. I like leftover turkey sandwiches myself, so I'm really glad we have turkey on Thanksgiving, and that leads up to a lot of really great sandwiches. So what do I know? Not much. I'm coming to you a lot from Atlanta, Indiana. I got a lot of people on here tonight. Holy cow. Already. Hello, James Jeter was first one on. Mole Man. Hello, Randy. C. Kelly's on. Massimo. Hello, Massimo. We are busy. Tell Katie we are busy. Sam's busy putting turkeys on the layout. So we'll see if we can get past those tomorrow. Hello, Mo Trains. Hello, Paul. Hello, Raymond. Oh, my gosh. Hello, Stefan, spelled the correct way. Flint Eastwood. Ohio Anglers on. Wigwag, use Don Peck. Massimo again. Oh, my gosh. Kevin Rapp's on. Hey, buddy, from Reading, PA. Robert, Randy Okerlund. Hey, Katie Sweeney's on. Yay, Katie. Glad you're on. Santa Fe Frank. Hello, everybody. Coming to you live. A lot going on here. Oh, my gosh. It's that time of year. Trains are flying around here everywhere. We got this week on Tuesday, we get Lionel pallets that have the rest of the Commodore Vanderbilts and those Burlington Northern Santa Fe ET44s and a bunch of other stuff coming on from Lionel. Well, obviously, we got our custom run Commodore Vanderbilts already. The black one, which people are asking me, is that a fantasy? No, it's not a fantasy. That was the first one that New York Central had, was black with that trim color. I got a picture of it sitting in downtown Cleveland, getting ready to head to Chicago. And so, yeah, that was the first. So that's a real deal. And then the pacemaker in the red and gray. Now, that's kind of cheating, but it's a beautiful pacemaker scheme. And then this week, we get the rest of the Commodore Vanderbilts. So there's two gray ones, right? The prototypically correct. One with disc wheels and one with spoked wheels. And then the gold one for Lionel lines and the red and the blue for Lionel lines. And then there's two Christmas and a Halloween, I think. Polar Express and a Christmas and a Halloween. So anyway, those are all on the way. They'll be here Tuesday. Bunch of other stuff. And then right behind that, I got a release from Lionel today. The battery-operated O-gauge train sets, Polar Express, Pennsylvania, Santa Fe, those are on the way. The G38 hopper cars, Lionel announced, and they've got, like, for Pennsylvania, there's 4 packs of 4. 16 of them, as well as some unnumbered you can add to make a bigger train. Holy cow. And those come in Pennsylvania, Penn Central, and Conrail. Some undecorated. Anyway, those are headed our way. And then 5 of the big sets. We got in the GG1 set and the Minuteman New Haven set already. Well, coming next is the Pennsylvania post-war inspired GG1 Madison set. The Vision Hudson pre-war set. I don't even remember what that looks like. Got to look that up. The 20th Century Limited set. That's one I want. The Florida East Coast Auto set. And the Donner Pass Freight set. Those are all going to be released by Lionel next week. The N5 cabin cars. Somebody asked me about that recently. All of the Vision Line auto racks are being released next week. A bunch of passenger cars, New York Central 20th Century Limited, the Niagara Falls set, the Pullman set, Lionel Lines post-war to go with the Commodore Vanderbilts in red and blue. Those are shipping. Santa Fe 15-inch aluminum cars, Florida East Coast 15-inch, Reading 15-inch. Those are to go with the Lion Chief F3s we got last week. Southern Pacific, those are all the passenger cars that go with the F3s. The first of the cleaning cars is releasing next week. The command control gantry cranes from Lionel releasing next week. 125th anniversary lighted station platform. Halloween station platform. What else we got? Crane Sounds Workhouse. Lionel Lines Vision Joshua Cowan. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up. The Polar Express Vision Streamliner. Those are coming. A bunch of trucks. Vintage trucks. I think they run on the rails. And then a whole bunch of Lion Scale boxcars. Those are being released next week. And then the week after that, December 1st, the Hudsons will be in. And that will be crazy. Atlas announced yesterday that the heavyweight cars, the scale size, like from the old MTH tooling that they announced, those are on the water as of yesterday, partially anyway. Some of the road names, I don't know if all of them are. And I don't know if I've got any of my custom runs in there. I'm expecting Boston and Albany, so let's hope those are on the water too. The 55-foot all-door boxcar, the U30Cs, and I'm doing a couple custom runs of those. I love that engine. Those are on the water, at least partial, as of yesterday. And then the PS 5344 boxcars. So those were on the water from Lionel. And we've talked about MTH before. The R50Bs, 2-bay, 3-bay, 4-bay hoppers are coming. The Heavy Pacifics before the end of the year. The next thing we'll get are the monorails. And I have a lot of those coming with the track system, including the Christmas ones. We could actually have the Christmas monorail by Christmas. That never happens. Usually we get it by Easter. So we got a lot of stuff coming from MTH as well. So busy, busy, busy. Getting all this stuff in and getting it out the door. We got 2,000 or 3,000 pieces of RMT rolling stock, $39.95 a piece, and they're beautiful. We've got a lot of hoppers. We got wood chip cars. We got some reefers, some box cars, tank cars in, and then there's another shipment of those on the way. We'll get in December, and then we'll get another shipment in January. My custom run hoppers, like Indiana Railroad, those will be in January. We'll be getting those. So anyway, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of trains on the water. So I'm planning on the layout tomorrow to run both my custom run Commodore Vanderbilts. I got to get those on the track. I was working on that a little bit before I jumped on the call to talk to you guys. So we'll be running trains tomorrow, 10 to 3 here in Atlanta, and we'll do our live broadcast at 2 p.m. is my plan. And Steve will be back to help me out. Warsaw Bill is still recovering from his surgery. I'm going to send an ambulance up there and get him. And Sam will be here tomorrow because I'll need to be handled. So my handler will be here to manage me. That'll be good. And I don't know if Mrs. Muffin's in tomorrow or not. She might be. And then next week, Thanksgiving week, Black Friday will be open at the layout 10 to 3 on Black Friday. Running trains for our guests, and then also on Saturday next week, 10 to 3. And I think I've got some guests coming. Maybe I thought it was today, Friday before Thanksgiving. That's today, right? So I didn't see anybody coming, but maybe somebody did, and Sam took care of it. So that's all the news. I went through that really, really fast. Let me go over here and see if there's any questions for me. Hello, everyone. Hello, Don Peck. Yep. Randy's on. Katie's on. Hello. I haven't broken into. Katie and Massimo brought me a carton of Coke Zero, which they're in the fridge and they're cold now. And I've not broken into them yet, but I probably will tomorrow. So thank you for that. Customs, yeah, incredible black paint job. Absolutely. Had one guy call today because he didn't like the shiny finish. And I don't know if you noticed, the sides of the car, the metal's kind of rippled like the real one. It's not perfectly flush. And Lionel said they were going to duplicate that, and I thought, yeah, right. And they did. It is incredible. So, yeah, thank you very much. Sam does a good job. No, she doesn't, Katie. Atlas pre-orders are due Wednesday. I got to send mine in to Atlas on Wednesday. Got Curve Master says, hey, I got the Pennsylvania S2 2 weeks ago. Put it next to it's a lot different, isn't it? Oh my gosh, which paint scheme did you get? I really love the S2s. Hello, Stephen Ghost. Thanks for the muffin. What do you think about so the 500 RMT boxcar? Is it a boxcar or a reefer? I think it's a box. You're right. I have no recollection of ever telling Walter to make that car. I have no recollection of sending him the artwork. I have no recollection of receiving the artwork and approving it. I have no recollection of anything related to that car. And one day, just recently, they showed up, 300 of them. And the good news is about 100 and some of them are already gone. So people love that car. It's Cook's, right? And so I'm really glad they do. But it's kind of like, I know I'm getting old, but I don't remember any of that. The Rock Island Madisons, yes, they are on the water now. And when I talked to them this week, they thought those were a custom run for Berwyn Hobby. And they were going to ship them to Chicago. No, no, no! Those belong to us and go with our engine. So yeah, they're on the water now. I'll probably see them early December is my bet. So, hey, Phil Bender. What a difference 77 years make. Yeah. Spoken like a guy that knows. Coming to look exactly incredible. Yep. Is that right? I haven't run him yet. So you know that one of the whistles sounds like the whistles from the post-war. I can't wait. I'm going to get him on the track tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I don't know where they are, Paul. I asked them the other day, where's the G-gauge stuff, and I didn't get an answer. So I know they're on order. I can see them in my order portal, but I don't know where they are. Hello, Scott Train Loft. Happy Friday. Francisco, howdy. Any word on template? Well, the template 400Es will be here January, is what they told me, and they still have not announced the matching passenger cars. But they're still doing it. So, yeah. Don't forget to get the like button. Yeah, give me some likes. I need that. Yep, Donner Pass set. Those are coming. Probably be here first week of December, I would bet. ET44s. They are on the pallets that will arrive here Tuesday this week. And I was able to get a few extras. So they're on the way as well. So that'll be pretty cool. So many cool trains. I know it. It's terrible. I know it. Yep, command control, Gentry K. Yep. Great accessory. Those are on the way. Let's see. Utilization and all. Any collective feedback on utilization of the Cab 3? It doesn't handle MTH locomotives. The Cab 3 is not a replacement for DCS. No. The Cab 3 is the Lionel app, so it doesn't help you with DCS. The Heisler Christmas set is on the water, so we ought to see that very shortly. Yep, these will be here Tuesday. Yep, hello, Matt. Big Rich's Trains. McMuffinheimer, any news on the North Pole Central Heisler set? It's on the water. I think we'll get them shortly. Happy Thanksgiving. Massimo, yep. Coming from you. You're getting my Commodore Vanderbilt. Good. Oh, my gosh. It should be at your house. That's great, Dwight. I mean, they are... I have one black one left. We had a guy cancel today. Yep. RMT is a great bargain. Yep. 36 reefer. Yep. Very nice detail. Yep, for sure. Any custom run MTH cabooses? I am working on that. I've got several projects in there, as well as I'm doing an unlettered one, so I can make what I want on my own, you know. So, all right. Status on China, you know. I don't know anything for a fact. So, I mean, my understanding is components Lionel's moving components into Vietnam and doing final assembly, and that might include putting plastic on it and sticking it in the box. But they're doing that to get, obviously, to manage the tariffs. Of course, MTH was always their steam engines are made in Korea, so they were not part of the whole China problem. Gary Green, hello, Gary Green. Coke Zero is great stuff. Yeah, I told Katie and Massimo that that drink is named after me. I'm a huge zero. You man, bro. Hello, Jeff. Any word on the Atlas Coca-Cola trucks? No, where are those? And I've contracted to have another Coke truck made as an exclusive for Mr. Muffin with an outfit in China. So I'm waiting for those to come in too. I got those ordered. Looking for the Erie Lackawanna hoppers, the RMTs. You know, Dale, the bad thing is those are stacked up at the warehouse right near the door. I got to go buy those every time I go in there. And that make me crazy because they're so beautiful. I'm going to have to go down there, and I think I need a dozen of those. I'm going to have to go steal them. The Heavy Pacifics, they're supposed to be here by year end. Yep, the Lackawanna and the New York Pacemaker, both. The pricing on your webpage would be accurate, or tariffs fluctuating. No, we don't know what the tariffs are yet, so that price will change. What's on the website right now, but those will be here. They're trying to get them in here before the end of the year. That they were thinking they would make it. So they're on the water now. So I'm looking forward to those, both of those. It's a Lackawanna, not Erie Lackawanna. You knew that, right? This is a steam engine before Erie Lackawanna got put together. So that's that. Okay. Yeah, the 2882s, those should be here in early December. They're in the next container. You're right. Yep, they are right. Those are right around the door. My custom Hudsons. Yeah, so one of the cool things about custom runs with Lionel is when they arrive at their place, they shove the custom runs out immediately. They want to get rid of them, get them out of the way. And so as soon as they, get everything, get the container, get it unloaded, do the little quality check they do, then they container up and send my stuff. So I just like the Commodore Vanderbilt. So I'm going to get my custom Hudsons, and we made 3 custom Hudsons. I'm going to get those first, before any of the rest of the Hudsons get here. And then a week or two later, we'll get the Hudsons. So we're doing Pittsburgh and Lake Erie, right, in the green, kind of like the A2 Burke. That paint scheme. We're doing a Boston and Albany in the dark green, not the light green, the dark green. And it took a lot of time to get that green right, let me tell you. And then we're also doing a New York Central in kind of like a Dreyfus scheme. It's grays and whites and silvers. It's very bright. And those are the 3 Hudsons we've got coming. So I'm looking forward to that. Green one, yep. Oh, yeah, you got a green one on the S2, right? One of the green ones. Gosh, those things are beautiful. I've got one of the silver Chessie S2s left. I got to add it back to the website, but I got one left. Hello, Jacksonville, Florida. 94 people. Oh, my God, you're kidding me. We got a lot of people on here tonight. The blue is real. Yeah. You think it's teal? Oh, shoot. They're on. These will be here Tuesday. On the way. Good evening, Trex. Thank you, buddy. Trinity Hopper cars. Those are from Atlas, right? I do not. They're not on the water yet. Unfortunately, Rob, the New Haven, it was an E33, not an E44. And it had different rod configuration. And there was a little difference in the body. Curve section was different than on the E33 than on the E44. So, I mean, if it was just a little closer, I'm afraid if I do the E44 in New Haven, I won't sell them. So drat. But yeah, I asked if since they're making these, I asked the other day, could we just go ahead and do the E33s too? So I could do that in New Haven. So I haven't gotten an answer. So you're right. The RMT is a reefer. Good. Good. That's a beautiful car. That's for sure. K&R's on. Oh, we all need to be millionaires. Yeah, we do, buddy. I'm buying lottery tickets. Mr. Strickland, no, I have not heard anything on that. So the best place to look is on Atlas's website, atlasrr.com. There's a tab for production. And on that tab, they'll usually show you when they go on the water. That's usually the best way to find out. So, yep, the R50Bs are coming. Yep. Be here in early December. There's K&R talking to Massimo. Massimo talking to K&R. K&R talking to Rich. Rich talking to K&R. Reefers are just box cars with air conditioning. Well, actually, they got ice hatches. You know, that's true. Hello, Joe Hampton. Oh my God. You look forward to the daily deals? Those are out of control, aren't they? My wife and her daily deals. She walks around the store, the warehouse, and says, my God, there's too many of these. And they go into the daily deal. So they're pretty fun. We've done a lot of daily deals. Vision Line Hudson's. Yep, they're supposed to be at Lionel December 1st. I am, this is a good question. What passenger car can you use in the Commodore Black Commodore? Well, technically they'd probably be heavyweights. In the gray would be good. I am going to run mine tomorrow with the Empire State cars, which isn't correct, but I think the silver cars will look great with that. So that's my plan for that tomorrow. I've also got some of the really dark green New York Central cars that would be appropriate. So, be pretty fun. Set ET44s. I thought we talked about this already. Let me think. Aren't they on the way? I can't remember. The Lionel ones are on the way. I don't know anything about the Atlas ones at this point. Do a custom run Big Rich Trains on YouTube. Yeah. There you go. Received RMT cars. Cook Reefer. It's a beautiful car. You like that car? Thank you, Jeff. I was talking about this a little bit ago. I have no idea where that came from. So, but I'm glad to get it. Waiting for the Coke vehicles. Me too. Thank you, Randy. We'll be cooking. My wife, I didn't know when I met her that she was an incredible cook. I found that out through experience. She's amazing. Now, the only problem with her cooking is she doesn't write stuff down. So we have something she decides to make, and it's incredible. And I say, can I have it again? And she says, maybe, because she may not remember how she made it. Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's see. What else? Going to get you, Newt. Hey, Big Rich. The Muffin Army. There you go. Hey, buddy. Hey, Strickland's on. Katie Sweeney. Hey, hi, K&R. You think they're close enough? Do you think the E33 and the E44 are close enough? You really do? You think it'd be... gosh, I'd like to do that. New Haven. Okay, I'm going to ask about it. Did the New Haven have more than one paint scheme for the E33s? I'm going to do some research on this. You think it'd be close enough? Anybody else think they're close enough? Because I would like to do those in New Haven. I really would. Nope, I haven't seen any of that yet. Sorry, Randy, nothing. Only 34 likes. What's going on? We need some likes. Mr. Steve's Trains is on. How are you doing, buddy? Green 20-inch lineup post-war inspired passenger cars. Yeah, they're on the release for next week. I do believe. Yep, they are. They're on the release for next week. So they'll be on the way. That's cool, right? It's pizza tonight. Okay. I think we're having spaghetti and meatballs. When I ran home to get something and there were meatballs simmering. So I think that's a good sign. Does anyone else get live broadcasts interrupted by YouTube ads? No, you shouldn't. I mean, you get interrupted later if you watch it later, but not live. It shouldn't. You like your new black Commodore Vanderbilt? Yeah, buddy. And those Niagara cars will be great. That's a good choice. Isn't that it? Just, I mean, I've had several people who tell me that's the best custom run we've ever done. So, really excited about it. I had no idea that Lionel was going to do the Commodore Vanderbilt again, but here we are. That's wonderful. All right. Scale Little Joe yet? I think we'll see. I think you'll see a Little Joe announced next year. That's my bet. I bet we will. There's a couple other really cool things we're going to see next year. Hate those YouTube ads. Yep. The musky husky stacks are overdue. I asked the other day, and I think they told me they were being made this month. And then, so that'd get them in here in January. So, trying to get your Mr. C, trying to try to get your Challenger tanker video. Good plan. All right. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Thank you. Getting those ads too. No kidding. Right in the middle of my stuff. Been 3 ads that pop up right at the side of your live stream. Okay, but not covering me. On the side over there, I wonder if I could change a setting so the live stream you don't get any ads. I'm gonna look into that because that's not my intent. Was not my intent. So, what else do we know? Any other questions? Oops, I clicked something and drug it around. There we go. All right, Massimo. I would love that. And every time I talk to him, I bring it up. How about a Vision Line Allegheny? How about in the January catalog? Am I whispering? I bring it up every time I talk to Lionel. I want to get an Allegheny. Oh my gosh, can't wait. Takes over the broadcast. Sorry to hear that. I don't know why we're doing that. They shouldn't come on for a live stream. So maybe there's something I can do. Uh-oh. All right. All the auto rack stuff is in the next release. I think the Florida set's in there too. Let me look now. I might have spoke too fast. I thought I saw it on here. All the auto racks are coming. Yeah! Florida East Coast Auto Set is in the next release. Being released from Lionel next week. So that's pretty awesome. We're looking forward to that. All right. Any Atlas coming up in the Daily Deal? We could do some Atlas. I'll ask Mrs. Muffin about that. I mean, we've done some in the past. So, yeah, it could happen. I mean, we usually she does it for stuff we have a lot of. But very possible. Yeah, I'll ask her about it. For me, the live stream covers up the full screen once at the start and once at the middle. All right, well, sorry for the commercial. I apologize for that. So, not my intent. I do not have, I turn off the advertising setting, when I'm doing this kind of stuff. So maybe I did something wrong. But yeah, we don't really want advertising during the live stream. I can understand if you're watching it later. Okay, well, anything else for the good of the cause? I'm going to go home and eat spaghetti and meatballs, I think. And used to have a payment service. The one we used that was based in Australia lost their ability to work in the U.S. And so now we have, you can use Shop Pay. There's a PayPal payment thing. And then there's a third one. And the options are all right there at checkout. And so you can certainly do that. Yep. All right. Good deal. So what else? Yeah, the Atlas heavyweight passenger cars. Atlas said that yesterday that they're on the water. So they said partial. I don't know what that means. I have to find out if that includes mine or not. Well, okay. All right, 6:30 already. Oh my gosh. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Let's agree with that sentiment for sure. Happy Thanksgiving, Katie. Happy Thanksgiving. Very important holiday. I try really hard to be grateful for like Mrs. Muffin, because she's like the best. All right. Hey, thank you very much, everybody. I'll be back here next Friday, Black Friday. It'll be black, but I'll be back here and safe and sound. And I'll probably have a turkey sandwich with me. Hey, thank you all. Thank you all. Good night.